Welcome back to the Travel Show, your essential guide wherever you're heading. Next up, London's East End, famous for its arty hangouts, bars, restaurants and gig venues rammed with hipsters. But what's less well known is that it's also home to one of the best circus schools in the world, the National Centre for Circus Arts. They're now offering visitors to the capital the chance to learn from the experts. The Travel Show went along to take a look.
The kind of circus we're talking about here at the National Centre is very much acrobatic and aerial based. It has to have an element, well, I call it the wow factor. And if it doesn't make you go, wow, it's probably not very successful circus. But equally it has to have aesthetic as well, you know, so you can't get away with just being a daredevil. You do have to have an aesthetic, and that's what makes an artist. The National Centre for Circus Arts is not just about people wanting to train to become professional artists, although that does happen. Experience days are offered at the weekends, and people come in from the outside and get to try different skills. So it might be flying trapeze, it might be acrobalance, it might be juggling or tight wire, but they'll get to try different things and have some fun doing it.
I just got to the end of the tightrope. It was incredibly satisfying. I went from only taking 2 steps in a row and falling off to getting all the way to the end in just one big leap. And I just had to stop thinking. It was fantastic.
So when people come in and it's the first time ever on the trapeze, normally they're scared, a bit apprehensive, which is a totally human reaction, totally get that. But they're excited too and they're enthusiastic, and that's quite infectious. So as a teacher, that's brilliant. So keep stretching up. Right, Zach, so now that we've got your safety belt on, what we're actually going to do is put you up on the flying trapeze. You're going to be standing up there with those 2 lovely women who are going to help you. And Great. It's all about keeping your arms straight when you first get on the bar there. Yeah. Keeping your head up. Yeah?
Head up.
Nothing to it.
Straight.
Yeah.
I'm actually pretty bad at heights. I'm one of those people who are the last to jump in a swimming pool. But I figured, you know, why not? I'm here in London, so I'll give it a go. My first thoughts were, well, this is a lot higher than I had expected. After that, it was, I really hope I don't fall before I get my hands on the bar. I was glad to find that I actually did it well. I felt like, at least. I don't know how it looked. But it was really awesome, so exhilarating. I actually felt very secure the entire time with keeping both hands on the ropes and then the connections, and then of course having 2 professionals by my side might have helped a little bit. I had a blast. I want to do it again.
You normally get people who just want to do it as a hobby, and that's fine, you know, and that's most of what we do here for the adults and the children, that's what we do. But occasionally you get somebody who starts doing it as a hobby and actually is quite good at it and then wants to do a bit more, and then actually, why don't I apply for full-time training? Why don't I become an acrobat or a trapeze artist? And that's great. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, fantastic.
So, not one for the faint-hearted, but you can tell your mates back home that you've run away to join the circus, if only for the day. A typical lesson costs around £70 or $120 US, but if you're not heading to the capital, there are a handful of other venues around the UK where you can learn to swing from a trapeze.